Hello viewers, good morning to all. This is Geeta. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see the mock test paper series of April 2023 released by ICAI for CA Foundation. First paper, accountancy. So I have taken the question number 2B, bank reconciliation statement. They have asked us to prepare a bank reconciliation statement as on 31st March 2023. Please watch this video till the end. It may be slightly lengthier because I have to explain each and every point. So have the patience of watching this video till the end. I'll be teaching you at the end how to prepare an adjusted cash book. Whenever a BRS is prepared at the end of the financial year, we have to adjust our cash book and prepare BRS. The adjusted cash book balance only will appear in our balance sheet. So it's a must to prepare a adjusted cash book. I'll teach you how to prepare it. So please be patient till the end of this video. Okay, so now let us start with the question. The question says the cash book of Krishna Traders shows a debit balance of 8,24,400 and that this is not agreeing with the balance of passbook. So our target book is now the passbook. Whatever happened in the passbook, we have to do that. Keep it in mind. The first adjustment, they say that in the cash book, all of us know how to prepare a cash book. I am taking only the bank column. The payment side of cash book was under cost by 24,000. So 24,000, one figure is omitted. You take it like that. There was a payment of 24,000 which was omitted while totaling. But this check would have gone, because it is a bank column, this check would have gone to the bank and they would have made the payment. So bank would have reduced our balance. So we are going to the bank. So we should also reduce the balance. Okay, so now come to the less one. Payment side of cash book was under cost by 24,000. So bank என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோம், நம்முடைய பேலன்ஸில் இருந்து 24,000 குறைச்சிருக்கோம். Okay, this is clear to all of you, because we have made a mistake, but bank will not make a mistake because the check has gone to the bank. So 24,000 they would have reduced. Okay, now the next point, as per the question, a check of rupees 1,70,000 issued on 20th March 23 was not taken in bank column. What I did, I issued a check of 1,70,000, but I forgot to write on the credit side. But I have taken this check, I have issued this check. This check has gone to the bank and the bank would have made the payment, but I have forgotten to enter into the cash book. It doesn't mean that bank will not reduce my payment. என்ன ஆயிருக்கும், பேங்க்கில் என்னுடைய பைசா கண்டிப்பாக குறைஞ்சிருக்கும். ஏன்னா நான் செக்கை இஷ்யூ பண்ணிட்டேன், கேஷ் புக்கில் எழுதுறதுக்கு மறந்துட்டேன். ஸோ ஓகே, ஸோ பட் பேங்க்கில் என்ன ஆயிருக்கும், கண்டிப்பாக பேமெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கும். ஸோ we are going, our target book is bank passbook, so we have to take it into account. The third item, they say that on 22nd March, the debit balance of 37,000 of the previous day brought forward as credit balance. You always remember there is a mistake in carry forwarding. See here, I'll show you here. My cash book is here, and that day, a particular day, my balance was more. So CD was here. Carried down was 37,000, this balance. This is a debit balance. Carried down is appearing on this side, means the total of debit side is more. So it is a debit balance. Debit balance means, again I am telling you, my deposit is more. Debit balance means total of debit side is more than total of credit side. It means debit side total more means debit side I am always going to put my deposits. So my deposits were more, but what I did in the next day, I took it as a credit balance. I thought that when I was writing on the next page, when I was forwarding it, I write it as a credit balance. See here, now I made it as a payment. Okay, so I should have not taken it as by balance brought down, should have come to the debit side. In the next morning, I should have put this as, understand here, to balance brought down. Carried down should appear on this side. I should have put it here. This 37,000 should come here. Instead of that, I have wrote on the credit side. It means I have taken it as a payment. Actually, it is deposit. என்கிட்ட இவ்வளோ அமௌண்ட் அதிகமாக இருக்குது, ஆனால் நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், அதை பேமெண்ட் மாதிரி காமிச்சிட்டேன். ஸோ இதை ரெக்டிஃபை பண்ணணும். இந்த எரரை பேங்க் பண்ணியிருக்காது. ஸோ இந்த எரரை நம்ம ரெக்டிஃபை பண்ணணும்னா 37,000 இந்த பக்கம் எழுதணும். எழுதுனா என்ன ஆயிரும், டெபிட் கிரெடிட் வில் கெட் நலிஃபைடு. But I want this side 37,000. So I have to write one more 37 on the debit side. So there is a total effect of 74,000. Clear? So this 74,000 will appear in my bank account. Okay. So but I have forgotten. I wrote it as this. So we have to add that because it is a deposit. Debit balance of 37,000 brought forward as a credit balance, I have to add. In bank, this amount would have taken as correctly as deposit, not as payment. Because I put it on payment, so the net effect will be double of that. Okay, so now moving on to the fourth entry. Out of total checks, 84,000 issued in the last week of March, checks aggregating 57,000 were encashed. Checks were issued but not presented for payment. 84,000 checks were issued but only 57,000 were encashed, means presented for payment. The bank would have reduced my balance only 57,000. What I did in my cash book, I have reduced the moment I issue a check. What I wrote, I write here by check 84,000. So my balance comes down. Understand? My balance comes down. But in bank, my balance has come down by 84,000. But in bank, only 57,000 has come down. Balance of 27,000. To that extent, my balance will be more in passbook. Bank balance. Okay. So now moving on to the fifth entry. Dividend 70,000 collected by bank. Bank has got a direct collection. So automatically they would have credited my account with 70,000. A direct deposit or direct collection will increase my balance in the passbook. So I have added to that. Now they have also made a payment of 40,000 for fire insurance premium. Whenever bank makes a payment, our balance will come down in the passbook. So 40,000 they have made insurance premium. So we have to put it in the less column. 70,000 they have collected, so I have added that. Now moving on to the sixth item. One check issued to a creditor, 258,000 was recorded twice in cash book. See here, I am taking the cash book here. What I did, on the payment side, I have issued a check to a customer for 2,58,000. Okay, if I write like this, it is okay. But what I did, I wrote one more time 2,58,000. This is recorded twice. It means I am showing more payment of 2,58,000. But bank will not show the 2,58,000. They will show it only one time. The second time what I made a mistake, that has reduced my balance in the cash book, whereas this would have not reduced in the bank book. So you have to add that 2,58,000. Hope you are all understanding, because you are all aspiring student of CA. You must have that basic knowledge. So now we are that's why I am not explaining it again, because I have put many more videos on BRS. You can go to those videos if you want to still not able to understand it. Next one is the seventh entry. They say that a debtor of Mr. A deposited a check for 64,000 into the bank directly. See here very carefully. A customer has come and put his check in the bank directly. In the bank he deposited 64,000. So bank immediately would have credited me with 64,000. This I am not knowing, because the customer has gone directly to the bank in the month of March. Okay, without intimating Krishna Traders. We do not know any information about the deposit of check by a customer. And then the check was dishonored by the bank. When they checked the sufficiency of fund in his account, there were insufficient fund in his account. So this amount could not be credited to my account. Once it was credited, the moment they received the check, they credited. But what they did immediately, they dishonored. When they found that there is no balance, insufficient fund, due to that reason this check was dishonored. So I am not getting plus or minus. My bank account is not credited or debited. Now that effect is 0. And this is not known to me in the cash book. So I need not to make any entry, because in the cash book there is no entry available for deposit of this check as well as dishonor of this check. So I need not to make any rectification or reconciliation in this bank statement. I can simply omit this entry transaction. Now moving on to the item number 8. A check from customer 10,000 is deposited into bank. Now what happened? One customer has deposited 10,000 into bank. This is also not known to me. Okay. On 28th March. A customer, a check from the customer 10,000 was deposited into bank. We have deposited the check into bank. So in the cash book, the moment I deposit the check, I would have entered on the debit side, because it was deposited by the Krishna Traders. To check, we have entered 10,000 rupees. But this check got dishonored by bank. But that dishonor is not known to me. So in my book, the balance is more by 10,000. But in bank, the balance would have not got increased, because the check has got dishonored. Okay. So dishonor of the check, here we will come 10,000 rupees. So one by one item we can make like that. Next one is, the next adjustment is bank paid credit card bill payment. We have made some payment using a credit card, and that credit card payment is made by the bank. So anytime payment makes bank makes any payment or deducts any bank charges, we have to reduce that amount. So 5,000, it's a simple entry. 5,000 rupees paid by bank. Okay. Next one is bank wrongly credited 50,000 to our account. It has to go to some other customer account. See, this that 50,000 of other customer in our account. So bank has given a credit of, so the balance has gone up in the passbook. 50,000 they have credited by mistake. Okay. Then the 11th entry is bank credited a check of 4,000 in savings bank account of proprietor. See here we have given a check. Let me take the cash book here. We have deposited a check for rupees 4,000 into our current account. That is our business account. We have deposited a check for rupees 4,000. So I have correctly entered in my cash book. My cash book balance has gone up by any time any deposit, my balance goes up. Any payment, my balance comes down. So by 4,000 my balance has gone up. But what the bank did, by mistake, Krishna Traders savings account, this has got deposited into savings account. So in bank this amount is not got credited in my current account. So in my current account, to this extent my balance will be less. So I should take it to the lesser column, 4,000, because this has gone to savings account. Okay. Now the 12th entry is 1,000 rupees discount received wrongly entered in bank column. See here, I have no space. I'll make it here. In the cash book, suppose discount received means whenever I am making payment to a creditor, I can request him to make less payment and I am getting a, for example, I am telling you I have to make a payment of 10,000 to a customer X. So I asked him, you please give me discount. I will make you payment 9,000 in full settlement. So what we do? We will issue a check of 9,000. And this 1,000 will be written in the discount received column. Okay. But by mistake, what we did, the discount received also we wrote it in the bank column. It means in my cash book, I have shown this as the payment which will reduce my balance. But this is not the payment made. Bank will receive only check of 9,000, not 10,000. Here this payment shows as 10,000. So 1,000 rupees in bank, it would be, balance would be more, because discount received I have written as wrongly as payment. So in bank this amount 1,000 will be more. Done. And now coming to the loss entry. Bank debited charges 400. So there is a bank charges of 400 by bank. Now we have entered all the entries. We are going to total the debit side as well as the credit side. Okay. If you take the total of this side, 74,000 plus 27 plus 70 plus 2,58,000 plus 50 plus 1 comes to 4,80,000. So the total comes to 4,80,000. This we are going to add. So what is the net total comes? 13,04,400. If you make the total of less, how much we have to reduce? 24, 170, 40, 10, 5, 4,400 comes to 2,53,400. So this we have to subtract from that balance. So always write it in the brackets. So the balance comes to, because the plus amount is more, the balance is favorable, 10,51,000. The balance as per passbook will be 10,51,000. Now listen very very carefully. Whenever we close, we are in the closing account, we are in the financial year ending or accounts closing year, that is on 31st March 2023, we can always prepare the adjusted cash book and make the BRS. That will be very very easier rather than bank reconciliation. What is the balance given? Balance given is the cash book. I am taking only the bank column. Balance given is debit balance. Debit balance means favorable balance. Balance brought down is 8 lakh. You will find this one more easier. 8,24,400. Okay. Now they say that the first adjustment, they say that the payment side of cash book was under cost. So 24,000 one item we have omitted. Okay, now we will add, because it is our book, we can always correct our book. So by under cost error, I am not writing in full all those things in order to save the time. By under costing 24,000, payment side it was not there, we have totaled less. So now I am taking the 24,000 on the payment side. Next one is a check of 170,000 was issued but not taken on bank column. Again there is a mistake. I have issued a check by check not taken. Check issued not taken in the bank column. Now I am taking that check issued because it is a payment. I am taking on the payment side. Very very simple. Okay, so I made it. Next one says that adjustment on 22nd March there was a debit balance of 37,000. I took it as a credit balance. By mistake I made it as payment. So now I have to correct that mistake. So I have to increase my balance by double. This I have already explained. To mistake. Debit balance taken as credit balance. I am not writing in full. So I am going to add an amount of double that amount to 74,000. Clear? Okay. So now moving on to the next item. Out of total checks of 84,000 issued, 57 were encashed. This will appear in your BRS because already we have written in our cash book by check 84,000. Now need not to make any further entry. This will go to our bank reconciliation. Now dividend collected by bank 70,000, which I know now. So I will write it in my cash book. To dividend collected by bank. Now I came to know that there was a dividend collected by bank, and now I know that through bank statement I am able to know they have collected a dividend and they made a payment of insurance. So payment also I can write by fire insurance premium. So they made a payment of 40,000. So I have written in my cash book there is a payment of 40,000. Now they say that another one is a check issued to a creditor for 2,58,000 was entered twice on the payment side. So in order to nullify one payment is correct. So check payment entered twice. Now I am correcting it by making it a debit. You know that if we write the amount in debit side and credit side, that will become 0. Because I wrote 2 times 2 lakh 58, 2 lakh 58, 2 lakh 1, 2 lakh 58 is correct. The other 2 lakh 58 is not correct. So to nullify that effect, I am putting it on the debit side. Okay. Now another one, 64,000. If you want, you can enter it into this. There was a check deposited, so we can always have the record to A. Check he has deposited for 64,000, but this check got dishonored. So I can write here by dishonored, by A's check dishonor, so that I will be having a record that this fellow gave me the money, but his check got dishonored. The effect is 0, but I can have the information in my cash book. Next one is that we have deposited a check of 10,000. This got dishonored. So that dishonor I must write here, because I wrote it 10,000 on the debit side. Now that check dishonored, I have to write it here. Check. This is a different case. Here there is a deposit I have entered. Now this check got dishonored, so I am writing it here. Now next one is bank had paid for the credit card bill. So that also I know it is my payment by credit card bill 5,000. This will also appear in the payment side. Only timing differences and any error by bank we cannot correct it in our book. It is not our book, so we can't correct it. Next item, they say that a bank wrongly credited a check of 50,000. That I cannot touch it in my book. It is their mistake. They have to correct it in their book. That will appear in our BRS. Okay. So point number 10 will appear in our BRS. Next one is bank credited a check of 4,000 in savings bank account. What I did, I have deposited a check of 4,000 in my current account, but bank has made a mistake of already this is appearing on the debit side of my cash book. I cannot do anything to that because it is a mistake of bank. They have deposited into my savings account. That should also appear in BRS. Now moving on to the 12th. 1,000 rupees discount received wrongly entered in bank column. So I should not enter it as a payment. So to reverse that, I have to put it on the debit side. Dividend received wrongly shown as payment. Shown as payment. 1,000. Wrongly shown as payment 1,000. So that I should here write here. The last one is bank has debited a bank charges of 400. That I should record in my cash book by bank charges. 400. So now what we have to do? We have to add and find out the balancing figure. If you add this side 8,24,474.70 and 2,58,000, 64,000 and 1,000, we get a total of 12 lakh 91,000 400. So we have to copy the total to the other side. 12 lakh 91 400. lakh 91 400. So what is the balancing figure? That is my balance in my cash book. The balancing figure is 9,78,000. This is the balance carried down. This will appear on the debit side as balance brought down. Okay, so that is my adjusted cash book balance. With this adjusted cash book balance, now I have to prepare my bank reconciliation statement. Always write here to balance brought down, so that it is a debit balance. Balance brought down 9,78,000. You should get the same answer even if you prepare with the adjusted cash book. So balance as per cash book is amount I am writing 9,78,000. So we can only having the timing difference and any mistakes by bank which we cannot do it in our book. So we got one entry, that was point number 4 of your question. Check issued but not presented for payment. That is only 84,000. Out of that only 57,000 were presented for payment. So only 27,000 we have to add, because this payment was not made by bank. Whereas in our cash book we have shown it as a payment. And bank has given me a wrong credit of other person's account 50,000. So that also I should add. In order to reach the passbook balance, I have to do whatever they have done. And check deposited. I have deposited a check of 4,000 for into my current account, but that was taken into my savings account. This mistake also done by bank, that they have to correct it. So this 97,000 we have to add here. If you add 97,000, you will be getting 10,55,000. Sorry, this is total 77,000. So 10,55,000 we have to reduce 4,000. So my balance as per passbook is 10,51,000. The same answer as we got in the BRS when we prepared it. Hope this is very clear to all of you. Please do not forget to like, share and comment. Thank you. I'll meet you with yet another video in the forthcoming period. Thank you for watching.